What up, my freaks? RuinusInsight here with part 62 of my Total Warhammer 3 modded Belegar Ironhammer campaign. So as we saw last time, Khazador Dragon Slayer's Axe Army, and only Axe Army, stormed the walls of Uzkalak, taking it from the orcs, and while suffering a decent amount of damage, because of the one last turn remaining from that quest, we still managed to heal up quite nicely, and we'll be able to continue on towards the destruction soon, hopefully, of the Slaves of Jar. We also have Clan Ferric to contend with, and I don't know how many territories they have out here, but it'll be nice to take these places out. Though I guess it'll be a little bit odd to hold them, as we do have Karak Doom and Karak Valag as mountain holds, but the other territories up here are unpleasant climate. Maybe we'll just take these two and then make everything else a ruin, or possibly even transfer them to Kislev, as we're starting to reach a point where we have too many settlements for the armies we have, and we do still have an endgame scenario to contend with and everything if we ever get to it. I mean, it's taken a while. Anyway, in terms of what we got to do this time, well, let's begin by starting to move everybody around. Belegar, you should be going either to the Vale of Titans, which you can reach, or to Ulmer Bylor. Bylor is a garbage army, so I think we can freely take Amble Peak. And I don't think he'd be able to do anything about it, which would allow Belegar to take the Vale of Titans, and then move southward or back southward afterwards, towards Grimtop, Mount Thug, etc, 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 because I doubt that Thorek could handle it all himself. Actually, speaking of Thorek, you could take the scrap towers for us. I don't see anybody else around here, so you should be safe to do this. Oh, there's a little army here, but it's no threat. I'll resolve this. Yeah, no damage, beautiful. And occupy, please. Alright, leadership and potion of strength and an archivist and a guildmaster and a student. Alright, well done to Thorek. It's probably because, or has at least something to do with the scouting and the general bonuses that Thorek has to finding magical items. Alright, then we're gonna move Kazran, Norgal Rimling. Oh, actually, wait. 100 settlements, yeah, there we go. Turn 65, 100 settlements. Once again, not too shabby, I think. And we reached long victory long ago. And I think that's one of the disappointing things, though, about Immortal Empires. It doesn't feel right to just play it to long victory, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of factions can reach it in, like, 20 turns. It's, it doesn't feel like the win. But anyway, Amble Peak is the next place we get to. And we'll see what Ulmer... Ooh, there's more armies there. Wait. Colonize this. Okay, that's actually... Oh. They might be able to... Wait. No, we can reach them with Belegar. Oh, okay, that's fine. I was worried that these guys would march towards Kazran, and that doesn't look like a possibility anymore, so we're looking pretty okay. Let's also upgrade this stuff while we're at it, and gotta remember the Karakazorn Great Hall, so we definitely want to build the barley field here to get it up and running ASAP. Growth at 174 is a little bit light after all. Alrighty. Belegar, we're gonna move you. I guess we're gonna have a cinematic battle with Belegar today, as we have these guys, and I'm willing to bet that since they're not at war with the orcs will come a-calling and fight us as well here, which is fine by us. Also, I forgot to mention, between the episodes I did a little bit of diplomacy, but the main thing is I paid a massive amount of cash to Durthu to peace out with him. He still hates us, and he might redeclare war on us, but hopefully he'll be busy enough with the Golden Order and the other factions there that we don't have to worry about it, and we'll see. Ideally, what'll happen is either he pieces out with them, or the Golden Order maybe asks other allies to join their war instead of dragging us further into it, but at the very least we won't have to hold these borders against Durthu, which I was pretty concerned about. Not so much because of the difficulty, but, you know, the annoyance more than anything else. Anyway, Recruiter Grimtideson and Grimlee, you guys have got to be on your way to Gorgazan, so let's jump you down here. It looks like Stormhenge will fall to the border princes, but then we'll trade them Argalis. We'll have this entire province, and then they'll have their entire province, and everybody will be nice and happy. You can march stance here. Ooh. You cannot. You can jump stance, or underground stance, or underway stance. There we go. Almost had it there. To there, and I should really be doing this in order. Alaric Ranulfson, hey, you're up next, buddy. Ooh, yes, so you guys are in range of Khemri, and I guess the question is whether we actually march upon Khemri now, or we move Thorgrim and co. in. Honestly, at this point we're starting to have too many armies here, like way too many armies here, but I suppose while we're here we could always march upon Arcan, though I guess the question is, will we bother keeping his territories? Also, I'm still concerned about the Order of Lore Masters suddenly randomly declaring war on us. At the very least, we have a trade agreement. If we get them to join some wars at some point, maybe we can get them friendly enough. We'll see. And we might have to keep giving them gifts just to maintain friendliness. But it would be actually quite nice to get access to elven units and lizard units. Imagine our armies with dragons and phoenixes and other stuff that would shore up our weaknesses. Anyway, that doesn't change the fact that we should probably march upon Khemri. I wonder whether we should force a field battle. I'm not entirely sure. Either way, we know that Thorgrim can't reach the place. The problem with this is that their garrison is quite strong. We don't know what Cetra has in his army, and it could be quite difficult to deal with. At least the towers wouldn't be all that threatening to this, but we can't fire over the walls with all of our gunners. And we have... well, you are a Rune Lord. I was about to say we don't have the Rune of Wrath and Ruin, but at least we do have one level of it. Also, you need to start buffing up your gunners. You really, really do. Tradition and... nope, Tactician for Thunderers. And, well, I guess we could have buffed the cannons as well, but yeah. Anyway, you're going to move here and you're going to besiege Khemri, and then we'll decide whether we attack it after we figure what everybody else is doing right now. So, what do we have in this army? Alright, it's not horrible, but it also isn't great. It's a decent amount of stuff, but I think we might be able to handle it. Let's continue the siege. We will move up our second army. I'd really feel a lot more confident if we had a few more things here, but it's okay. Just go right there. The Iron Drakes would make very quick work of a lot of the Tomb Guard, but the Tomb Guard would then make very quick work of our unbuffed Dwarf Warriors, so either way. Alaric Ranulfson, you are supposed to be our fire army, and we are going to keep you around. We need to get you more Iron Drakes, that's for certain. We will need to buff them as well. And you don't have any artillery at the current time until we get flame cannons, but let's get Fire and Fury for now, for obvious reasons. And I think we'll hold on to the rest of this stuff. I mean, we're obviously not going to be keeping the Dwarf Warriors in this army, minus the Warriors of Dragonfire Pass, and they need to be replaced by Longbeards, who I believe we had the idea to get with Recruiter Scav Hogmog. And you can't keep the Dwarf Warriors after all. Yeah, alright, well that means Recruiter Scav Hogmog, you're going to have to return, at the very least, briefly to Valea's Sora on Karak Eight Peaks just to recruit a little bit more, as there is no other recruiter that can do it for you at the current time. There is another recruiter that will be heading over there, Mr. Logazor, though we'll do that in a little bit. Yeah, you... let's get you, first of all. We're maxed out on the Iron Drakes, but we are certainly not maxed out on the Longbeards. Well, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for now. And, oh wow, 950. Oh, we have to turn this back to recruiting, don't we? You're not in... no, you are in Masters of Stone and Steel. That's with the reductions and on a recruiter? Damn. I mean, still a lot better than it used to be, but still damn. Okay, well, fair enough. Braun Clanbreaker, you're moving out this way. Thorgrim, I guess we're going to send you to Numa, so we might need your help to besiege Kasabar after all. And before we attack, we'll get you the Peak Gate Guard as well. And oh, damn, you know what I should have done? I should have gotten the Scolder Guard for you. In fact, wait. You are missing a troop, yes? So if we do... yeah, so we can do this. Okay, so you are going to transfer one of these Thunderers to this army, because that's where it originally came from. And then you're going to get yourself the Scolder Guard. Costing lots of money this time, but that should make the battle considerably easier. Pyrrhic victory, but sounds like a victory nonetheless. We did a siege last episode, so I think we'll do Belegar's fight this episode, then save this one for next one, though. Anyway, Thorgrim, for now you are heading down to Numas. Or just past it, I suppose, if we wanted to. Qatar is our allies' territory. Oh, we're gonna have to trade them for this. Huh. Yeah, I don't like how many territories we need from the last defenders. I'm not entirely sure how we're gonna get this from them. Although, wait. Yeah, Land of the Dead has a gold mine. It'll probably be worth keeping even if it is a yellow territory. I don't know, I'll think about it. Either way, Thorgrim and... I guess all of you are moving down here together. Halkenhaf and Svenner. Halkenhaf and Svenner still being little mini armies, but still. And then all of you heroes. You guys are headed to the Engineer Army. You're headed to Thorgrim's army. And that, at least, is decent. Now, and what I wanted to do was figure out what to do with Recruiter Logazor, namely because we need Constructor Morgrimmel to have an effect on all this. So let's get that free Grommel Forge up and running, as well as that Mason up and running. Mount Silver Spear, you are going to need defenses, because once the Skaven arrive here on at Crookback Mountain, we'll probably have to fight them. Crookback Mountain is the main settlement for Clan Rictus, right? It's not Mount Silver Spear. I mean, I suppose we could bypass the defenses. Well, alright, let's do it for now. We're gonna go for the trading depot here. The granary will eventually get replaced by another money-making thing, but the trading depot will help everybody around us and make a little bit more cash. So, yeah, Constructor Morgrimmel. In addition to that, we're gonna move you to Crookback Mountain. Wait. Yeah, to Crookback Mountain to build stuff here. Alright, so you're gonna go right here, where I'm hoping you can jump back up to the high place next turn. Like so. And then here we will build a cheap construction site and another cheap construction site, because we need them both to power up the money that we get from the Graves of the Dragons. Then, Recruiter Logazor, you are no longer needed here, at least not to reduce the construction costs, so we can start moving you out to recruit more stuff at Karak Eight Peaks. Armies will continue needing stuff, and we do need somebody to recruit some Iron Breakers and carry them to our Explodey army. Alright, Durek Trueye, I don't remember who you are. Ancestral Blood Morgrim, yes, you're the new guy and you need an Archivist, which we just got. Might as well give you one. Real quick, there you go. You are going to need to head out to Belegar, as he's been waiting for a second engineer. And I guess Thorek is also going to need a second engineer. Well, actually... Nah, yeah, he's gonna need a second engineer. His entire army is range, after all. Yeah, that's fine. And we can't build one right now, can we? No. We will also need to deal with this settlement. It is not in a way that I want it to be. We'll deal with it later, though. As in, build up stuff in there. Anyway, let's continue. Constructor Furrowbrow. You got more stuff to construct, hence being a constructor. First of all, are you able to get anything from the shipwreck? And if not, I want you to head to Stone Mine Tower and then back the way you came right after. So first of all, does this require... Okay, yeah, that requires a fight, but that's okay. We'll head you to Stone Mine Tower. And then while you're here, this will be free, and then you can head back the way you came. Like so. And then back up to Karakern. We'll be just a little bit short. Damn. I was hoping to get there next turn to continue building stuff, but it's okay. One other turn isn't going to make that much of a difference. Alrighty, well that's the constructors, which was pretty important. Fimber Ironhammer. I like to move the rest of our armies around at the very least. I guess we're heading to Blood Peak with you. If we take the Veil of Titans here... And this is for you. Do you need any more heals? Nope, but you can head up to Blood Peak nonetheless. There are enemy armies there as well. Burnoth you can continue following, and then all of these armies will meet with Mason Kazran and Norgrimling afterwards. Okie dokie. Cazador Dragonslayer, you are moving out. Can't believe we're still getting more and more territory. You are moving out here, and I think you should still be able to heal an enemy territory decently, right? Yeah, a little bit less than I'd like, but I'd rather move towards Karak Vlag and hopefully guarantee its fall next time around. Ooh, decent chance that Dusty heads... Ooh, actually, this is good. If he heads outside of Karak Vlag and we can force a field battle, then that would be in Cassador's advantage. Much easier than taking those walls. And then we'll move Jarthor Gunnison here. We need to transfer the... Yeah, we need to transfer the Slayers, if nothing else. And the other guys can support. I'm a little bit worried about a sudden ambush from Clan Ferric, but I'm just gonna hope that it's not gonna happen. Cross your fingers. Let's also get that iron mining pit. While we're there, you can transfer your slayers to here and take away these 2 dwarf warriors, and I guess nothing else needs to be transferred, does it? Yeah, keep that one last sacrificial dwarf warrior in there, I guess. Alright, lovely. You two stay out here, try not to die, please. Okie dokie, who else needs to move? We'll do buildings after fighting, so not that. Barundin, you will need to move after you build some stuff here. Now, let's get that reinforced gate. We're gonna need it. We're gonna need it when Clan Scryer comes back, and then we'll build the rest of this stuff. Oh, this is free? Huh. Wait, the port is free probably because we have reduction to port costs, but the rest of the stuff certainly is not. A shame, but no big deal. Iron mining pit, please. Need those everywhere because of the upkeep reduction, and Magritta, I guess we might as well build the reinforced gate. Barundin, you're good. Alaric, get gold. You are trying to follow Ungram Iron Fist, who is about to attack... Jarna Grund. Problem, though, is you cannot reach him, and Karan of the Gore Hunt might be able to reach him, which wouldn't be so great. Well, either way, let's see what we've got at Jarna Grund. And there is an army there. Close victory but low casualties. Ooh, can we risk that? Is a question. Huh, wait, actually it looks like you can reach Jarnagrund. Alright, you know what? If you can go there, I think we would be able to get an auto-resolve going. Hopefully you don't get hurt so bad. Are you telling me that they're just out? He's just out of range? Oh, that's so bad. Oh, did I just get you killed? Karn of the Gore Hunt will attack you next turn. Oh, wait a second. Huh. Okay, so he's not in range of Alaric. Or rather, Alaric's not in range of Ungrim. But if Ungrim leaves the settlement, he will be in range of Alaric to reinforce him, which means Alaric will survive even if Ungrim... doesn't have his reinforcements, so at least there's that. Now, you do still have artillery pieces, and how are your slayers in terms of HP, or in terms of ranks? They're getting up there. Okay. Just wondering what we should take for skills here. We probably will want Lightning Strike for the endgame scenario, but we do have time until that. A Vigor Loss is also fantastic for them Slayers, but I think, yeah, we're going to go with Grudge Thrower Cannon and Organ Gun buffs, so that we can get to the Honored by Grimnir thing and get that physical resistance for those Slayers as fast as possible. It's pretty important, so yes. And we'll get some Organ Guns or something in here, I don't know, keep the No, we don't need the cannons because they're anti-large, and we have anti-large aplenty. If anything, we need infantry mincing, but not flame cannons because they're threatening to our own slayers. Anyway, you guys, I guess, will also get points. I'm going to auto-resolve this because I feel like it's a weak fight that we don't need to waste our time with. Alright, you do that, and then you... Definitely Rune of Wrath and Ruin, and I guess Forge Fire as well. Alright. Please don't screw us on this game. Close victory. Alright, it's not bad, it's not bad. The Slayers heal fairly fast in this army. I'm not super concerned about it. Plain of Jar is now ours, and even outside the settlement, you pretty much heal to full health, and you are in range of Alaric Get Gold if somebody attacks him. Perfection. Absolute perfection. Let's immediately upgrade you for free. Let's also pop that Masters of Stone and Steel, and get that Obsidian Quarry up and running. Not quite for free, but close to it. And let's get that wall started here, because this is a pretty dangerous area. Though it's becoming less and less dangerous as we make our way to it. A little bit concerned about the Gates of Jar, because there's a stack coming towards it. I do have to wonder whether we can defend it or not. May want to summon a temporary Rune Lord here that could do something. Fighting Greenskins, Ogres, and Skaven, not what we want. Gazul, Vampire counts. Strategist, I'd love to keep that. What do you have for your skills? You're rank 9. That's pretty good. What do we have in terms of defenses here again? That's not horrible. The Chaos Knights are going to be a problem, but Rune of Wrath and Ruin could probably take care of those Demon Nets fairly well. Yeah, alright, let's go for the rank 9 guy, I guess. Even though Groby Slayer isn't all that useful to us. Barundin, hold fast, you go here. And you have Axe Lord. But it's okay, you can max out Rune of Wrath and Ruin as well. And I guess Rune of Oath and Steel. Yeah, not bad. I'm not gonna get anything else in this army. And oh, while we're here, actually, I want to just check Golden Order. We are not yet ready for another Hellstorm rocket battery. Damn. All right, it'll be another turn. But Thorgrim needs 2 more. And all right, I think that's everybody. As soon as everybody's done, we're attacking with Belegar here. Gradnar, no. You don't need to move. Actually, do you need to move? Nope. I want to see whether you could help somebody or somewhere build, but that's not the case. And that is fine. And yes, that's everybody. Alright. Well, that's fantastic, because now it's time for Belegar to strike, destroy most of these armies, as well as hopefully take over this territory. You're going to attack Taubert Tillman here, so that we can Vanguard deploy right in front of his army and kill them all. We're not going to bother with the levels, because, well, it's Belegar. Belegar fears nothing. Oh, we might actually want him to go to Xiangyang and give that to the northern provinces to help them out. Alrighty, what are we looking at here? Something too difficult. I'm almost tempted to auto-resolve it, but you know what? Auto-resolve this and fight the Khemri battle because it's a major fight, whereas this, it's just basic tier 1 orcs. They have absolutely no yeah, freaking oh, we can't. It'll kill off our Ekron miners. Oh, these Ekron miners. So we're obviously going to get them out of this army, but not yet. That's the thing. Alright, fine, we'll fight it. We'll just fight it manually. Alright, well at least Belegar seems happy about all this, and we got ourselves a nice little position over here as well. I don't imagine that the battle itself is going to be all that difficult of a one, but it will mark the end of Belegar running around the mountains, as he will probably head into Cathay after this, assuming that, you know, some crazy difficult stag doesn't show up that one of the other armies here can't handle. We are getting close to at least having the southern portion of the Mountains of Morn completed. We do still need to obviously destroy the Caravan of Blue Roses and Grimgor's up north, but still looking pretty okay, at least in terms of territory gain. Anyway, we are starting the battle off by hosing the enemy down with quarrels, as we do, at the very least, the undead army that starts on the map. These guys are fairly badly damaged to start off, and the main host that we will have to deal with is the reinforcing greenskins, and that are gonna come in and help. Though, will they be here in time to actually help their undead allies out? Not so sure about that, especially as these guys don't seem to actually want to move forward, and we can continue our range superiority or range dominance or whatnot. I'm actually surprised that at this point they haven't started to march forward, because they've lost 3 or 4 units already and are going to continue losing them. I do wish that a little bit more of this particular map was in light rather than shadow, but you know, we'll see. And we'll see what happens when the orcs actually come near. How are we doing? Balance of power is very, very much in our favor now, but once again it'll change once the orcs are on the field. I also believe there's a necromancer that's going to enter onto the field. We don't really care about him. I'm not sure he can even get to us. It's going to take really, really long, depending on if he has a mount or not. I'll be curious to see. You know what, actually, now that I think about it, the undead sort of running around in the shadow area and not wanting to go to the light kind of makes sense. They don't like the light, and that's why the vampire counts often cast darkness spells when their armies advance, so they don't have to do it under a daylight and whatnot. Alright, well, this army is pretty much dead, and that Strigoi Ghoul King has led his forces to their true deaths. The skeletons, at the very least, are pretty much done for. The orcs have arrived on the field, however, and there are a fair few of them, and we can't really take advantage of the fact that they're blobbed up here because we are too far away, so we'll have to deal with them as they come to us. which would make it a little bit more fun. And oh, there we go, the Crypt Horrors, I guess this Strigoi Ghoul King's personal guard, are here as well. And are they finally ready to move towards us now that the greenskins have arrived? That may be the case, as I've definitely seen the AI behave in such a way where it would wait until its allies arrive on the field to move. They're moving really, really slow though, because it looks like the entire enemy army is moving at speed with the skeletons, rather than trying to advance as fast as possible, and that's just not going to end so well for him. The Ghoul King is down to, let's see, he's still got about 75% HP. Oh, he's gonna back off while the skeletons die. How are we for ammunition on this? We've wasted nearly half the ammunition on at least one of our units. I think most of the front line had been close to that, but I've obviously been using restock from our engineer, and that's why we want a second non-ghostly engineer in this army as well. Not only to buff these guys up, but also to give them repeated restocks. If you're going to go into an all-range army, you're definitely not going to want to run out of ammo. Anyway, looks like the ghouls, or the Crypt Horrors, I should say, are done. And the Ghoul King will follow suit, but that was just a warm-up. If anything, that was a proper use of skeletons and zombies to soak up enemies' firepower and to possibly get them tired, although that aspect didn't quite succeed. It's the orcs we'll have to contend with, and we are going to begin our bombardment with them, or at them. Bombardment of them, there we go. Grammar is hard. Gonna begin our bombardment of them with our catapults as they crest this hill. Although they do have quite a ways to travel as well. And ooh, I can see shots coming in from our engineer, and the first shots, by the looks of it, from our rangers as well. A unit of the Boar Boys has peeled away from the main army, and we do have this flank being guarded by our unit of miners, who has been in this army for absolute ages, and will soon, I think, be transferred. Huh, did they make the animation of chucking their blasting charges, but not chuck their blasting charges? That was interesting. Yeah, these guys will eventually be transferred to the Miners and Explosions army once we deal with this. Anyway, looks like more orcs advance, and they're going to meet a Rune of Wrath and Ruin right in the middle of the biggest formation that we can find. They're not quite near our formation yet, though these guys are getting a little bit closer. And there is a unit of Boar Boys here, but they failed to charge. We'll see if these biggins can actually make it to our battle lines, though we've essentially moved a few of our units to deal with these guys as well as the center of the enemy line. Looks like some Boar Boys decided to charge our miners with blasting charges, but we did have a Ghost Pal deal with them, or at least countercharge them, and see them off fairly quickly. How are we doing here? Miners, and they're still at 100% HP, or 100 units rather, not 100% HP, of their model numbers. Looks pretty good, and these orcs are milling around and are in absolutely horrible shape. We've also been specifically targeting the enemy ranged units with at least some of our quarrelers so that they can't do any damage, and it looks like this army is going to fail to get to us pretty much anywhere on the map. Kind of harkening back to the old days of Belegar's army. He hasn't been fighting nearly as much nowadays in the later episodes, as others have been more busy, or at the very least, when he does fight. Well, there was that fight with Grimgor, to be fair. Most enemies don't have much of a chance against him, but I remember back when we had just started to get these rangers up and running, we had a lot of much closer calls when enemies actually would run towards us. That might still happen when we reach Cathay, though, as Lokir is getting fairly strong back there, so we'll have to see. Anyway, it looks like the Greenskin army has been fully destroyed, or at the very least shattered, decimated, and they are now running off. I imagine that we should be able to auto-resolve this after. There's unfortunately a decent amount of them still left alive. Maybe not decent amount, but some of them are still left alive, so we'll have to auto-resolve it to capture the place. And though a few more will die as our catapults... Oh, actually, no, they're no longer in range. The grudge throwers. Anyway, there is still the necromancer on the field, and as I was saying, he might not reach the battle lines because it might take him too long, but yeah, he didn't even try. I don't think I could even see him when I was playing this. Didn't know he was here, but Belegar's found him, and he's gonna rip him apart. One hit takes off, let's see. Alright, about a quarter of his HP. Alright, 3 more hits to go, Belegar, if you can manage to land those, and the Necromancer will down. He's already melting away. 1 more hit, and Belegar's got that. Down he goes. The way they die when the crumbling kills them off, or the disintegrating kills them off, always makes me laugh. Because they do the animation as if something had hit them, as if there was mass behind the blow, but there was nothing, so they're just standing there and all of a sudden it looks like they got fake punched with some bad acting, and then fall down and die. Anyway, obviously a decisive victory. This place is ours, and 2 armies sort of destroyed from the Caravan of Blue Roses, and hopefully Belegar won't have to deal with the Mountains of Morn for a while. Alrighty, a fun little fight. I felt a little bit bad for that Necro who showed up right at the end and was like, "Guys, where is everybody? I thought we had a plan or a deal, I guess, with the Yorks at the very least." But anyway, otherwise the enemy stood not much of a chance. We managed to lose 1 of our Rangers somehow, and not one of the Angrund Miners, which is kind of impressive considering they were out on the flanks. We're gonna take the money and the Oath Gold because that's what we always take. And hopefully, hey, another Archivist. I get 2 Archivists and a Potion of Toughness. Wow, that was pretty darn lucrative, I gotta say. Belegar, are you actually able to occupy the Veil of Titans? You are indeed. Hopefully, watch the auto-resolve take all the HP from these guys. Well, not all the HP, but, you know, 33 units lost, so 33 times the losses that we got in that battle. Absolutely ridiculous. Like, that's just silly, isn't it? Occupy. Alright, Opal Amulet, and another student, and 2 students. Wow, okay, I'll do those. I'll do the students and the archivists between the episodes, because that's just, that's too many. And we have to find all the heroes that actually will want them on them. And that was all a very interesting turn of phrase. Master of Steel and Stone, please. A Veil of Titans. We'll take Blood Peak with Fimber, which means we don't need Belegar up there, at the very least until Grimgor returns. Hopefully we can make a decent amount of headway in taking these, especially if we can get Ungrim to help. It certainly wouldn't thus necessitate Belegar being down there. And Belegar could probably take Shangyang and Taitsu, and maybe even start heading out to Cathay, hopefully before one of our allies dies. If he could reclaim all of this territory for Cathans, man, he's kind of echoing my Croc Gar campaign right now, because this is exactly what Crocky is doing. Yeah, I feel like I've been making a mistake in allying with the Cathayan factions too early. It seems that when you ally with them, they suddenly become super weak, and rather than conquering Cathay, they get absolutely ripped apart by everybody there, which is kind of unfortunate, but it does seem to be the nature of what's going on over there. Everest almost wants to trade, which is swell, but is not something we're going to do. Ungol Kindred won't survive, so there isn't much point to it. Marienburg, we have no need for military access with you, and we don't want to ally with Vissenland, because all it'll do is piss off the elves more. Military alliance? Well, Goldtooth is probably one we will do. If nothing else, to increase the allegiance, but not right now. I would, however, like the defensive alliance going with Nakai, who... how do the northern provinces feel about him? They're getting better. Nakai is... well, I also paid Nakai a bunch of money to declare war on a bunch of factions, so hopefully we can get this going. For 8,000. You know, let's give it some time. He is bumping up in terms of his... friendliness, so it'll probably be a lot easier. Got a few more buildings to build this turn. Let's see, the Silver Road. Oh, right, now we're waiting. We're waiting on this, because that's 6,400 gold that we can... 6,600 gold that we can save with a single jump next turn, so why not, right? And if we don't do the Silver Road, we can do something else. Broken Teeth. Are you far enough away? Yeah, you're definitely far enough away from a constructor to ever get that benefit. We got Blightwater, probably also too far from a constructor. I mean, Recruiter Scaff Hogmog could probably reduce it a little bit, but it's fine. southern world's edge, we will retool the place, but not right now. Gotta remember to get those defenses up at Mount Arachnos for the endgame scenario. Remember, this is a double endgame scenario campaign, so there is good reason to be building so much beforehand. Forest of Gloom, I think we want another armory here for that runesmith capacity, although you are near Akendorf, which, to be fair, doesn't produce a lot of money, but Varenka Hills is Blood River Valley, so putting a trading depot there would increase its money as well. Might be worth our time, then. Just the trading depot, I mean. Takes a long time to build anything here, like a really, really long time. But yeah, if we're going for the auras out of here, cool, we might as well follow that up. Anyway, Ivory Road, Great Hall of Greasus, it's free, and we're gonna build it. Nobbler Country, Scrap Towers. I imagine we're not keeping that here, as there wouldn't be much point to it. Western Border Princess Argalis, we'll be trading you away, hopefully, shortly. And Howling Rock. Do we still need the defenses here? You know what, we'll keep it for now while this army's out here, but we're not going to upgrade it, just in case. As in, it might be a waste of our time. We will, however... Oh, we don't need the Dwarf Tinkerer's Shop in the Desolation of Drakenmoor. We can replace that with a deep mine, and we should probably build a deep mine here as well. Irana Mountains, yes to the growth at Montenas, as Bilbali does need to grow, and we can hold off on the defenses at Montenas, as it's unlikely that anybody attacks it, but let's build that scrap mine here as well. Though, being a two-territory province, it might be another decent location to have a hub, as in a... not so much a military hub, just a capacity hub for various heroes and stuff. A Black Fortress. You're probably never going to get attacked by anything, right? Oh, wait, actually. We might actually have to build defenses there. I will consider it. Just not right now. Trading depot and stuff, well, we might have to build some of that stuff here, but I won't change the fact that we need a scrap mine here and a scrap mine here. And I will think about what else to get there, but I will do it next time. Firemouth, I guess we can upgrade you. For free, after all. And yeah, we'll figure out what to do here in terms of trading depot versus direct money making. Probably going to have to be trading depot here. The Desolation of Asgore is in the middle of... Oh wait, no, this is the Howling Wastes. Yeah, but it's still in the middle of a decent amount of territories. Although, it's not going to power up that many. There's no point in powering up the Tower of Gorgoth. In fact, this might be a decent place to make a hub as well. Especially with the reduction that we have. As in further construction reduction. Alright, maybe that's the way we'll do it, but anyway, that'll, I think, have to wait until next time, as I am going to call the episode here. We will start off next episode as we have completed everything with the siege of Khemri and hopefully the capture of their main settlement, that we will have to decide whether we actually keep it for ourselves or just trade it to Crocky for something more useful to us, perhaps, like Karagarud, to complete the territory. After all... Gold mine, I forget what it does for us. Oh wait, does it reduce the, at tier 4, upkeep for... No, it doesn't reduce upkeep for anything. So it's decent, and it does make a crazy amount of cash. But we'd have to hold a big yellow territory for it, so I'll think about it. I'll do the Archivist and Students between the episodes, and we can reselect the tech after we attack Khemri, so stay tuned for that. Don't forget to leave a like and comment. All glory to the algorithm. And thanks for watching.